want you to remember that no bastard ever won war by dying for his country.
Affirmative.
Won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die for his country.
Affirmative, on my way.
Tonight, das Team Sportscast Network presents Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
Well, in what could be the most anticipated game in BoB 2 history, we bring the thunder down tonight. It is RTCW Battle on DOS Beachhead 2. It is NARF versus DT, formerly known as dT2, going head-to-head on MP Assault tonight. DeeAy and Warwitch on the mic. DeeAy, are you ready to rock and roll?
Absolutely looking forward to this match. It's going to be an extremely exciting matchup between these two teams. Very, very closely matched in skill. Don't forget, again, NARF came away the winner of the Calmain RTCW Championship just a few scant weeks ago. Now we've got deathTouch 2, also known as just deathTouch, taking on NARF one more time to see who's going to come out the victor. The loser of tonight's match, of course, is not going to go anywhere. This is a single elimination tournament, so once it's over, it is over. They're going to go home and have to wait until next season. Looks like we're just waiting on nothing, actually. We've got 6 people on each team, and we are about to get this underway. Don't forget, if you do have the new Winamp, hop onto server number 3 as our friendly cameraman Juno follows the action. You can watch it, you can listen to it. Good times abound, so check that out if you can. And hopefully this matchup is starting underway quickly, and we'll bring you all the action, because that's what we're here for.
Well, Juno, standing by, your cameraman for TVSN tonight. Juno, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Warwitch. How you doing?
Hey, I'm feeling good. You know, nice shoutcast the other night, buddy. You got thrown right into that. You were not only the cameraman, but a shoutcaster for Artfile, and you kicked some ass here on MP Assault. What are your thoughts about the map tonight?
Well, I dig this map, and let me tell you, anything is better than Village, like you said earlier.
Amen.
I mean, the thing is, it's wide open. The only bad thing about this map is I never get over to the Allied spawn, obviously, because the action happens so fast and they get to the middle spawn area. But other than that, it's a great map. I think this is probably my favorite map so far out of all the maps. And although I know we're gonna love Beach at the end, but
oh, absolutely.
Oh
it's
yeah,
cool.
You gotta love Beach.
TVSN should be up and running nice and smooth on server number 3. It is streaming video with the Shoutcast. I had a chance to watch again last night, and I almost want to just retire being a shoutcaster and be a cameraman. It looks like a lot of fun. Just crazy fun, dude. Running around the map, and damn fine job. You managed to catch all the action, and that's what's going to happen tonight. You've got your professional cameraman, Juno. You got myself, TSM Wolfenstein, the veteran Axel Shoutcaster, and the lovely and deadly DeeAy of Destruction with me on the mic here tonight as we bring you BoB 2 Round 3. RTCW fun of NARF versus DT. Let's give a rundown on the rosters, DeeAy.
Sounds good. On the Allies side, we've got NARF, and for their team we have Spike, Lynch, who is probably going to be the Panzer guy we need to look out for, as deathTouch mentioned earlier. Warcrime, Daji, Mark, and Rev 1316. Those are the team. Sorry, that is the team of NARF. They're going to start out on Allies, and they need to defend that communication tower.
And we'll give the rundown here of DT here in just a moment. Stand by 30 seconds, and the carnage continues.
BoB 2 is brought to you by EVGA.com. With their newest line of NVIDIA GeForce FX 5200-based graphics adapters, you'll not only get the GeForce FX 5200 GPU with the performance you would expect from NVIDIA, but you also get some of the best-in-class features, drivers, and reliability that has given EVGA.com one of the highest customer loyalty ratings in the industry. Asymmetric cooling, ease-of-use automated drivers, and unprecedented customer service, things that you can only get from EVGA.com, one of the proud sponsors of Battle on the Beachhead 2.
Oh yeah! Here's a quick rundown. DT roster for you tonight. What drama, what excitement. Get your friends in here. Come on, we got a lot of listeners already, but we need more of y'all. Quit playing enemy territory for for at least an hour. Get in game. DT Samstein, Loru, Flatline, Arachnid, Evildoer, the Engineer, watch out for that guy, and DT Random, TSN Warwitch, and DA. We've got Nate, also standing by as the BoB2 admin tonight, as well as Jaster. Big shout out to those guys. Wolf TV, brought to you by Speakeasy.net, also on the server, so you've got many options as we stand by and wait on 6 players. DA, very quick rundown of MP Assault.
MP Assault is the home of the communication tower. Axis has their job cut out for them. They need to get all the way across the tarmac, up onto the tower, get the dynamite planted, and blow that sucker up. They have 10 minutes in which to do it. Pretty much there is only one place they can come through. You have to get across the Axis side of the tarmac into the main central area. There is a hatch here that can be blown up by an engineer, as well as the forward deployment flag for the Axis team, cutting off a lot of time on their spawn when they need to get into the other side. Allies, of course, spawning very, very close to the communication tower, but again, they want to stop the Axis before they can even get close to it. And this is just the tarmac. Don't forget, there's also the bottom part, the warehouse of the map. You can sneak through there, get around, blow some doors up, and get up through the other part of the warehouse, through the spiral, onto the tower. Couple of different access points for the Axis to come up here and get this communication tower blown, but any good Allies team can stop them before they even get close to it. Gonna be very nice to see what these two teams can do on this map. MP Assault, some love it, some hate it, but you have to play it, and I actually, quite frankly, really, really like this map.
Only communists dislike this map. It's true. I tell you no lies. Standing by for 3 players. We are back in the most exciting game in RTCW history in a moment.
BoB2 is brought to you by id Software. id Software is the most prestigious group of game developers in the world. Creators of the wildly popular Doom, Quake, and Wolfenstein series, id Software has been fragging the competition since 1991 with game titles that will blow your mind away. Stunning graphics and liquid smooth gameplay add to the rich and innovative game engines that emerge from the underground layers of the id development team. For more information, visit the id website at www.idsoftware.com.
Battle on the Beachhead 2 is brought to you by NVIDIA. NVIDIA's GeForce FX solutions deliver cinematic quality effects, true 128-bit studio quality color, and industry-renowned software stability, compatibility, and reliability. With a GeForce FX GPU powering your desktop or mobile PC, you will have the most compelling and cinematic entertainment experiences ever seen. Graphics to the power of NVIDIA.
Oh, yeah! Alright, kiddies. The time is now. As we are deaf. 9:48 on the clock, a 10-minute countdown. It is World War II, back to 1944. Incoming Axis offensive DT trying to get it done as we open fire. War Crimes artillery support takes down the first blood tonight. Samstein and Loru are shelled. Axis now capture the gate area. That's the incoming DT roster versus NARF trying to get it done. Allied defense. Here we go. The magic starts. DA, it's all you.
Absolutely, lots of artillery support fire being thrown out by both teams now as both the Allies and Axis getting some good kills, a good start to this map. The gate has been opened, and oh, Evildoer going down, shelled by artillery support coming down from Spike. A very, very nice throw on that. We have Samstein trying to make his way across the tarmac, going through the barbed wire, and nice Panzerfaust from Lynch. Lynch is the guy to watch out for. He takes out Samstein and Evildoer, getting a couple of nice kills on that as the Axis try and regroup. They've got that forward spawn point. No dynamite has been thrown down on the hatch. Looks like they're trying to make through the tarmac route. Random prepping up his sniper rifle, wanting to get a couple of kills, trying to get those pesky NARF guys out of his way, as the Allies now waiting for the rest of their teammates to spawn back in before they try and make another push.
Somewhat of a rough start for DT here tonight, unable to get that plant on the hatch right now. Incoming action now. We've got them in through the breach, making the charge. It is Loru, it is Arachnid, the medic right there, making the charge across the tarmac. A 3-man rush. Leading the charge is Samstein. Leutman now behind the bomber, making his way up towards the Allied spawn point. Hand over hand laddered. Allied spawn now charging inside the Allied spawn. Samstein now in position. The Axis now taking position of the Allied spawn as we stand by to see what they've got in mind. DT Loru camping out that spawn point now. Some machine gun fire from the long distance machine gun. Did not quite see who that was, but NARF right there opens fire with a nice 1-man panzer. 2-man taking down Evildoer and Flatline right there. Again, he is the bane of DT tonight, and they knew that they've got to take Lynch out. You heard it in the pregame show. 7:46 sporadic offense so far from DT, who have stalled just slightly but are slowly beginning to work their way forward against the NARF roster. Round 1, set 1, 7:35 remains.
Looks like the Axis team has decided that they went into the Allies spawn area trying to get themselves regrouped before they make a push on the communication tower. They were shut down one by one by the Allies. Team NARF on top of the communication tower, getting them with long-range fire. And another nice Panzerfaust coming in from NARF, taking out Flatline from deathTouch. Looks like he's got some sort of grudge against that guy because that's the second time now he's gone down with a Panzer from Lynch. A grenade from Lynch this time, taking down Evildoer, doing a lot of damage for his team. Very, very good. What we'd like to see is there's 7 minutes left on the clock, and so far the communication tower has not been touched. Good defense set up by the NARF team, but Samstein still alive. He is a lieutenant outside of the warehouse now, waiting, going inside the warehouse, and oh, there is an ambush. We've got Laptop, or sorry, not Laptop, that's Dudgy, on a laptop, I would assume, and Mark holding them off inside the warehouse. Communication tower safe for now. 6:37 is left on the clock.
Well, as always, got a very special treat for you listeners here tonight, and I should have it configured. We're heading into the DT War Room to take a listen. Radio silence.
Push, push, push. Medic, medic, medic. No. Aww. Alright, alright. They spawn now. Spawn at 11. They spawn at 11. Alright. You want to push spawn again? No, 01. They spawn at 01.
You're listening now, DT War Room.
Keep doing that. Don't group up. Don't group up. Don't group up. Here they go. He spawned. Don't group up. Don't group up.
559.
Don't on the ledge or in the doors, either one. Watch out. He could be out there. He's got. Don't group up, guys. Don't group up.
Definitely concerned about that Panzerfaust. Don't group up, 547.
He's on the ledge. He's on the ledge.
They see him.
He's up on the ledge. Don't group up, guys.
There's the Panzerfaust right there, and they avoid the carnage. Now going to be grouping up and making the magic happen. DeeAy, what's been going down?
Axis now going across the tarmac and making their way towards the side ladder by the Allies spawn. Now 3 of them. We've got Flatline, Arachnid, and Evildoer making their way into the Allies spawn. We have Random. He is a soldier going up on top of the ladder, getting himself ready in position to take it out. And oh my god, Panzerfaust from Lynch! Oh my god, Arachnid, Loru, and Evildoer all go down. That is absolutely correct.
Wow.
Juicy suffering for the deathTouch team.
You heard it on the War Room. Don't group up, and Lynch catches them in a group. A little cloister, and Arachnid, Loru, and Evildoer go down. 448 remains. NARF dominating so far as the defense here. The incoming Axis DT trying to get something done right here on the Rampart side, but taken down by some nice MP40 Thompson fire. Very quick rundown from let's speak to TSN Juno. Juno, were you able to hear that War Room streaming in loud and clear?
Yeah, Warwitch, that was incredible. That is so awesome, and awesome. I just can't tell you how cool that was.
Finally able to get that config.
Just being able to hear them. Yeah, you did it. You did a great job. Being able to hear them and being able to follow that in the action with the camera, that was awesome, man.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Good deal. Hope you guys are enjoying it out there tonight. Round 1, set 1. Carnage continues, as it really does look like the equation of Lynch tonight is really just laying the smackdown on the DT team. 4 minutes remaining. NARF kills himself. Lynch NARF blows himself away with a grenade, probably for the respawn here in just a moment. DT now struggling for control around the Allied spawn point, but the Allies are now regearing. Launch open, or Lynch opens fire with another one-man Panzerfaust kill. Takes down Loru, who goes down, but Arachnid now trying to hold down the incoming Allies of their own spawn point. That's the spawn camping they were talking about, trying to secure it, but having a hard time as the Allies regain control of their spawn point at 336. NARF in control of the defense here tonight, really wanting to hold off DT for the entire time.
Absolutely, the closest I've seen deathTouch get to the communication tower. A couple of them were able to get up the side ladder and onto the side, but that Panzerfaust of Lynch is just causing too many problems for deathTouch. He takes out 3 men, Flatline, Arachnid, and Samstein, all going down, all because of that one guy. And it looks like we've got a request for a timeout. Oh, there we go. Samstein is actually 999 right now, so There we go. Ref has paused the match as we wait for his connection to fix itself.
We'll be back.
Because they're already struggling just a little bit. You do not want to add an incredibly bad ping or basically just a connection drop to that equation there.
Absolutely. Game timed out at 3:05 and resuming in a moment. Stand by.
Is that gaming server you have running on your old 28.8 lacking? Tired of hunting for an empty server that you and your friends can practice on? You ever get TK'd and think, if I was the admin, I'd make them all pay. Want to have a server that you and your team can call home? Well, look no further. ClanBank personal game servers are up for the taking at www.clanbank.com. Offering low-ping servers for the lower-budget gamer, ClanBank offers a variety of server options that cater to your little wallet that you probably just left in the washer. Crap. ClanBank servers support games like Quake 3 Arena, Counter-Strike, Soldier of Fortune 2, Urban Terror, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, and much, much more. Visit our website at www.clanbank.com for more information on how you and your team can benefit from the luxury of your very own dependable and affordable personal server. That's www.clanbank.com. Stay tuned to TSN for this week's coupon code, and you can use it to get 20% off any ClanBank server.
A competitive clan without a home server is kind of like selling a Rolex out of the back of a rusty van. Sure, it might be the real thing, but more than likely it's a hunk of crap. Please, head over to www.psychoservers.com and check out the craziest prices anywhere for game server hosting. No matter what your game, Psycho Servers has you covered. So get off your ass and get your clan a place to call home. Welcome back not included. Insane performances, plain crazy prices. This ad brought to you by Psycho Servers. www.psychoservers.com.
TSN.
The goggles, they do nothing.
9.
Well, the Goggles doing something tonight, kicking ass and taking names. Match gonna resume in 1 second here tonight. Back and underway. And tonight.
We are still actually missing Samstein. There he is, just getting onto the server right now. He did actually time out, had a 999 ping, not what we were looking for in this match, so we're waiting for him to get back on the server. There are 3 minutes and 4 seconds left on this map. So far, deathTouch has been unable to get through the NARF defense set up around this communication tower. Incredible work by Lynch, especially from the NARF team. Nice Thompson work I've seen as well from Spike. He's a medic for the NARF team. But, you know what makes me happy? It's the Panzerfaust, and so far tonight, Lynch is making me incredibly happy.
Well, I'm going to do very fast shout-outs here. We don't have much time at all. I give a shout-out to Jason of High Voltage and the High Voltage Clan. Guys, join the channel. And guess what? The Axis Goat is now co-captain of the High Voltage team. Is that kick-ass or what? A shout-out to Killick and Demonized from the Domain Republic, from Biatch and X coming at you right now. And one more shout-out to all of Zex. Good luck tonight from F-Stream. Well, there you go. Pound Team dash F-Stream. Please idle. Okay.
I have a couple of those too. A couple of shoutouts for what appears to be mostly Counter-Strike teams. We've got 2 matches going on right now, and it sounds like the listeners might be a little confused. They're just messaging anybody with an on-air tag, trying to give shoutouts to the 2 teams that are playing Counter-Strike tonight. And I have no problem doing it whatsoever. But we're a different caster.
Yeah, I think we're Shoutcast. I think we're giving shoutouts to Counter-Strike teams, which is bad.
Counter-Strike
totally
people,
awesome.
yeah.
Well, that's cool. We're making the crossover
I feel kind of dirty.
Darkside Mick X wants to give a shout out to his former clan EST. Good luck from Darkside and Mick X to both the teams here tonight. Once again, hey, it's Darkside. Could go either way. There's an incoming aircraft. You're on server. And we're still in IRC. Warn me. I'm in IRC. So tell me when we start, because I'm bouncing around here. And let's head into the channel.
Prepare to fight.
So what's going on?
Not quite sure what's going on. Samstein is in the server, but he has not actually joined the team yet, and match has resumed. But there we go. Jaster, the Uber ref, has paused the match one more time, waiting for Samstein to get his stuff together, get back into the game. That's cost him 2 seconds on the clock now, but I'm sure that really won't matter in the grand scheme of things. Pings look fairly even. We've got a couple of guys on the NARF side spiking to just barely over 100, but for the most part, we're all pretty even, between 50 and 70. A couple of guys around the 85 and 90 mark, but not too much of a difference. Still waiting on Samstein. There we go. And teams are unlocked. has been since he was kicked. Not quite sure what's going on. Apparently he's having major PC problems. He's just chimed in right now, and he'll be joining quickly. Not sure what's going on. I think he crashed right before the match as well, so it doesn't look like he's having some very good luck tonight.
He's having some problems.
Hopefully.
But we're just kicking back. We're having fun, having a good time in the game here tonight. The game will be starting here in just a moment. Juno, I lowered my ventrilo sounds just a touch. Got some reports from Sabo that I was clipping a little bit, so anything you can do on your end, just let me know. Interrupt, chat, type, whatever. Lower, raise.
I lowered you on my end, so hopefully that might help out a bit too.
Let me go ahead and raise myself all the way back up.
There we go.
Looks like we might be good to go. Score is still 0-0. Match resumes in, I like these little timeouts. Random. Now at 999.
Yeah, we had random at 999, which caused my little cry of dismay there. But looks like he's back down to 80. And hopefully Loru telling them that the deathTouch team is good, and we're going to start this match out fairly quickly. Looks like we're just going to have everyone ready in, hopefully. Or we're just going to let a countdown.
And the immortal words of the Axis go. Let's do it! 10 seconds till the game is back underway. That's right, DT on the Axis offense, guys. Can you? They can do it. They can get something done. 4, 3, 2, 1. Fight. Game on! DeeAy, take it away.
Looking at what the Allies team are doing, looks like we've been concentrating mostly on the Axis, trying to get their way to the communication tower, but the NARF team, their defense has been just incredible so far this map. There is 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to get that dynamite planted on the communication tower. Don't forget, you need 30 seconds to plant it, because once it's planted, you have to wait for it to blow up. Guys are just hovering around the communication tower, just sitting back, chilling out, having a little bit of fun. Warcrime now going to the ledge and preparing to lay the smackdown on the incoming Axis side, handing out the ammo, getting himself all ready, nice and healthy, as here come the Axis now, making their way into the warehouse, but they're stopped. There is a 4-man force down in the warehouse, stopping them from getting through that route. That is not going to work for them, as Lynch and his incredible Panzerfaust one more time, laying down the hurt. Samstein and Loru bite the dust. And there is 2 minutes and 8 seconds left as Evildoer, tossing a grenade, hits the closed door of the warehouse. So that is not going to help the team at all. When you figure there are 3 or 4 NARF guys in that warehouse right now, the hatch has not been blown, so the warehouse route not going to be possible for them at this time. They have to get in. They have to get in through the warehouse door. They cannot go underground. Nothing has been blown, and with 1 minute and 43 seconds left to go, they are starting to run out of time.
Yeah, things are looking very grim for dT2, now known simply as deathTouch, after the split of Affliction from the DT1 roster. What's going down now is we're quickly approaching that 1 minute warning. NARF has held off successfully, largely due to teamwork and the powerful Panzerfaust of Lynch thus far. DT have been held off the entire time. The only hope for deathTouch now is to be able to have the same kind of defense against the incoming Axis that we're going to see with the NARF team here in just a moment. Quickly approaching the 1 minute warning here tonight. We'll also be heading back into the DT war room to kind of get a gander and a listen to see how these guys are feeling at this point. Let's sound the 1 minute warning. Very quiet right now. Sporadic Axis offense from DT. Quickly now approaching that 30-second warning, and DT knows that the time and their hopes are running down as the game, well, round 1, set 1 is soon to be over. In fact, let's go ahead and head into the war room right now to wrap it up here tonight. Stand by. Oh, or not. Can't go in because the chat session's 30-second alarm. Take us home, DeeAy.
Team NARF just set out a very, very nice defense against the incoming deathTouch team inside the warehouse right now. 2 pushes were made by deathTouch, and both times they were shut down by the awesome power of the NARF defense. Looks like we've only got 18 seconds left on the clock now. There is going to be no hope for DT to get in here and get that communication tower blown up. Needs the 30 seconds, and they just do not have it now. The Allies team starting to make their way across the tarmac because, you know what, they've got nothing to lose. Let's go get some more kills while we can. Axis team sitting back, and there we go. The match is over for round 1, set number 1. No time was set by the Axis team. That was deathTouch. Now we're going to flip things around and see if NARF can do a little bit better against their defense, but we've got a couple people disconnecting actually. It looks like random disconnected. Samstein did go back up to 999, but he's okay right now, but we've lost random.
And myself unable to connect to their war room. Too many people inside. So, Unable to do that here for the moment for you, waiting on 10 players. It looks like we are having some roster switching going on the server here tonight. Here's the quick storyline for you. DT on the offense, unable to get anything done versus NARF. We'll be back to see what DT can do as the Axis or the Allied defense in a moment.
On April 7th, 2003, TSN will proudly present OGL, the Online Gaming League's return to Castle Wolfenstein Battle on the Beachhead 2 tourney.
Tune in and listen to all the coverage on and off the battlefield as the best RTCW teams duke it out face to face. Our best casters will bring it to you live. For more information, visit OGL's BoB2 website at bob2.worldogl.com. All this and more on your choice for the esports revolution, TSN.
Why is Speakeasy the best broadband provider on Earth? Reason number 67, the Speakeasy Tell a Friend program. Speakeasy subscribers who refer a friend for service receive a $25 reward. That's right, all you have to do is tell your buddy to switch to Speakeasy and it's $25 in your pocket. Refer a business and earn $50. Not a Speakeasy subscriber yet? Give your head a shake. Great rates, gamer-focused, and kick-ass service means Speakeasy is your only high-speed choice. Join the thousands of gamers who've already made the switch and find out why Speakeasy
Well, DA, are you ready for round one, set number 2? Listeners, are you ready to rock and roll in 1944 Axis style? That's right, incoming rush already. Man, NARF are getting it done. They've got a plant on the Dynamite Hatch with an incredible roster. 13-16. Mark, Spike Lynch, the G and Warcrime, NARF roster versus DT, Samstein, LaRue, Flatline, Arachnid, Evildoer, and a random DA 915. NARF already coming out of the gate very strong, making a concerted push, man. These guys are already attacking the tower with major airstrikes. The comm tower under fire, but major push towards the Allied garage at 9:03. Dynamite plant near the warehouse entrance already. Man, NARF is bringing the A game here tonight. DT better get something done on defense. TA, what's going down? TK.
NARF absolutely means business this time round. They've already got the gate hatch planted, they've got the warehouse hatch planted, and now they're making their way into the warehouse where they're just tearing apart the Allies team. Looks like NARF was successful, and here comes Random right behind 13-16 as he takes him out with his Thompson. But a very, very good push as the Axis breach the warehouse door. They've got clear paths into the warehouse now. They did actually make a very good attempt to get in here, but Random coming in from behind, taking down whoever it is he took down there, and that kind of stopped the push that they made. But so far, in the first minute and a half of this map, NARF has done a lot more damage than deathTouch was able to do the first time around. I'm on top of the tower right now as Samstein. He is a lieutenant. He's guarding that spiral, and with both hatches blown, you really just don't know which way NARF is going to come through. Are they going to come through downstairs, or are they going to go across the tarmac one more time? 7:56 is on the clock. They have plenty of time left in which to do it. No pan. There we go. Just as I was about to complain of no Panzerfaust kills, NARF getting along with the Panzerfaust, taking out Flatline. Nice work there. 7:45 to go as across the tarmac, here come NARF, needing to get onto that tower and make some damage.
Well, let's cover the action now. Incoming NARF across the tarmac now, making their way towards the Allied garage, charging in. Spike right there, doing it and getting it done, taking down DT Random. In control now. NARF in control, Engineer right there in position. NARF now gathered up, cloistered, standing by, making the run, charging up the spiral. Here come NARF now. Incoming charge. Uh-oh, airstrike, guys. Dive back below cover. Nice airstrike forces them down, but now ready to bring it back up on top. Here comes the Engineer Mark. Machine gun fire. It's laptop the medic. Incoming now against DT. Here comes the Axis. Schnell running forward. 701 trying to get something done. Incoming, looks like they've got control, making revivals. Allies going down, and here comes the Engineer. Mark now up the ladder. Mark now, Mark dead. Mark killed. What blew him away? I didn't see what took him down.
That was a Thompson fire from Samstein, taking him down, shooting him in the butt, making him fall off the ladder. Very, very close. He was halfway up the ladder when he was taken out by Samstein. Nice work by the Lieutenant for the deathTouch team. Looks like we still have a couple of medics alive for the Axis team as they're trying desperately to revive their guys before the bodies can be blown up. But oh, that will help a Panzerfaust from Lynch. Taking down Flatline and Arachnid. That is only going to help the NARF team as it looks like they've survived. We still have them around. Medics reviving the teammates if they can and setting up a good defense. They have control of this tower now as all they need is their engineer and it'll be a home run for them.
Well, there he is. Incoming mark now. He's got it. He's got the dynamite in hand. He's the quarterback. Oh, Doom. Leaning over now. We got a green light 559. Leaning over. Protected now by Laptop the medic. Flyers out. We got a plant on the comm tower here tonight. Not looking good for DT. Trouble times at 548 remaining on the clock here tonight. Panzerfaust from LaRue takes down the engineer, but it's long range and there are no allied engineers in place to make the disarm. It looks like we're going to go up 1-0 here in favor of NARF. Stand by. MP Assault 535, no engineers inside. It is game is a hell is he over for round 1, set number 2. Just waiting for the countdown now, and yellow.
There it goes. 4:35 was the time set by the NARF team, clearly beating out the no time at all set by deathTouch in round number 1, or sorry, set number 1, round number 1. NARF going up 1-0 as we have just a couple of seconds break here as we start set number 2, round number 1. NARF again on the offensive, and 4:35 is the time they got last round. Let's see if they can beat that this time.
Round 2, set number 1, brought to you by PsychoServers.com.
PsychoServers.com.
Alright, here's the deal, kids.
If you're looking for game server hosting with insane performances at a price that's just plain crazy,
You know, in a good kind of crazy way.
you need to pay a visit to Psycho Servers. Formerly known as Dragoon's Lair Gaming, Psycho Servers is renovating itself and bringing gamers the best possible price and performance for affordable game server hosting.
You can't afford to pass up giving these guys a look. The prices will impress you, and the game selection is great too.
www.psychoservers.com.
Bob 2 is brought to you by EVGA.com. With their newest line of NVIDIA GeForce FX 5200 based graphics adapters, you'll not only get the GeForce FX 5200 GPU with the performance you would expect from NVIDIA, but you also get some of the best-in-class features, drivers, and reliability that has given EVGA.com one of the highest customer loyalty ratings in the industry. Asymmetric cooling, ease-of-use automated drivers, and unprecedented customer service, things that you can only get from EVGA.com, one of the proud sponsors of Battle on the Beachhead 2.
That's right, BoB2 continues. 948 TSN Warwitch with you and DeeAy, and we've got TVSN on server number 3, brought to you by TSN Juno, your cameraman tonight. Game is on. A big shout out to Nate and Jaster, your OGL admins, and to Wolf TV 934. Now DT Allied Defense going to be trying once again to defend against the incoming assault of the NARF team, who were able with a 4-minute and 35 time to get things done and go up 1-0 and round number 3 of BoB 2. Here comes that rush across the tarmac, virtually unmolested. These guys pushing towards the garage, and DT in trouble. All you.
Absolutely, Dynamite has been planted on the gate hatch already, and across the tarmac come the Axis team. Dynamite planted at the warehouse entrance as well, using the same strategy they used last time. And Dudgy getting in there, taking down, reviving, it looks like, the Panzerfaust of Lynch going down one more time. LaRue's MT40 taking him out. Has some good defense set up by deathTouch inside the warehouse, and we've got some gunfire now. Dudgy against who was that? LaRue, as LaRue goes down, and Dudgy's still alive, just getting himself healthy. He is a medic, making sure that they've got a good setup inside the warehouse. Because here come the allies trying to take control of that one more time. Evildoer, he is a medic, taking down a couple members of the NARF team as they make their way inside, but we still do not have anyone in here, so it looks like here is Rev 1316, backed up by Spike, managing to get rid of that pesky allies guy, making sure they've got control of the warehouse. Still no sign of an engineer though. 8:13 left on the clock, and the spiral is clear, looking for the rest of the NARF team, as not quite sure where the allies are, but they need to get here soon, otherwise they're going to be in trouble.
Well, a two-man medic NARF Axis tag team strike force in the Allied garage. Once again, Spike and Rev 1316 opening the door that leads to the outer tarmac. Waiting for the incoming now, looking across the tarmac. We've got Warcrime, who we talked to pregame style. Lieutenant for the NARF Army. Oh, I'm just a wing of the bomber. Can't talk, can't speak. Now dropping the ammo for himself, charging forward. Now trying to reinforce the garage. We've got some Axis reinforcement here. We've got G work a plan on the laptop, as you said. Laying the med packs down on the spiral. Waiting for the rush now. We could have a rush incoming. Mark and his team charging forward. Here we go. 724 making the assault. You've seen it before. They've got control. Charging up, charging now. Here goes Mark, hand over hand. Can he do it? Oh, Mark in trouble. Mark down, blown away by the Thompson of Random, and Random unable to take down the medic as Mark is revived. Mark then making a run, a charge, leaving combat behind, and taken down by a sniper rifle from LaRue, who saves the day. But the medic is in position to revive him. Green light, but oh, we've got allies up there around the dynamite. Ultimately, though, it looks like Ziax is going to come out on top. Mark revived yet again. Nice medic work to keep that engineer alive. 649. Dynamite plant, grenade explodes, and we've got a plant right here on the comm tower. Yellow.
So very, very close. deathTouch had their defense set up in different places around the communication tower. We had one guy hiding in the radio room, one guy around the corner, and one guy actually sitting inside the little cubbyhole where the dynamite usually gets planted. They put up a valiant fight, but the power of the engineer plus a medic plus one more backup was enough. But here we go. Here is Samstein. He is an engineer for the deathTouch team. And no, he gets taken out by the dynamite. 3:41 is the time set by NARF. Blowing away the last time by almost a full minute, and that is not a lot of time at all. Wow.
3:41 on the clock, set by NARF. Axis offense here tonight. DT is struggling. 3:41. Oh, man, that's a nightmarish time to have to go against on the NARF defense, because NARF was able to hold DT off for a solid 10 minutes. Now they've only got to do it for 3 minutes and 41 seconds. But let's just wipe 30 seconds off that clock. It's 3:11. That's all the time they got. Basically, they get one chance, DeeAy. One chance to get it done.
Absolutely, that is not a lot of time at all. And don't forget, deathTouch was unable to do it the first time around. They were held off the full 10 minutes by the NARF team. So this is going to be extremely difficult for them. They do have the talent to do it, though, but it's just a matter of taking out Lynch. In the interviews we had before the game, they said one of the key things they had to do was basically get rid of Lynch, and I can absolutely see why. The guy is just a nightmare with that Panther for the rest of his teammates. Uh-oh, what do we got going on there?
I'm in the war room. Hey, let's take a listen.
They're going to get across the whole map with one pack of ammo.
I finally got in. DT war room, stand by.
Fight.
Game is underway. Now DT have to beat the time of 3:36. Let's see what they've got planned.
Random, go LT. We don't need you as a sniper. It's just not working.
Dude, they're gonna fall back. We have to.
Alright.
Little confusion about which class is going to be used. Axis incoming now. Here they come. DT rushing forward.
Alright, they're killing for push now. Now, revive and push now.
I got snipes.
Engineer down, making revivals. Trying to get the plant. Trying to get across. Nice support fire from NARF.
Open the gate.
Frustrated DT roster. Nice Panther Faust! Oh! Let's hear how they react on that one.
Did you see that? Oh my god! Arachnid, Samstein, and Evildoer all going down, taken out very, very quickly after support fire from, looks like Rev 1316, and that basically wiped out all of the deathTouch team. We actually have NARF members inside the Axis spawn right now. We've got Spike and we've got Rev 1613 making their way to the Axis spawn. They're not even bothering to wait. Here come the allies. They're just going to hold them off at the pass. After that incredible play by Rev and the Panther of Lynch, that hurt the team very, very badly. 2:16 is left on the clock, and they're having a hard time getting out of their own spawn point because of those allies. NARF just holding them off and inside, basically keeping them inside their own tarmac, and this has got to be pissing off the deathTouch team.
You know, it's been a while since I've seen this. The first team utilizing this in Battle on DOS Beachhead 1 was Clan Capital, notorious for spawn camping you at the Allied spawn point. Juno wanted to see some action over here. Well, you've got it, rather on the Axis spawn point here tonight, because the Axis now finally break through. DT now charging forward, capture the gate area. No plan on the hatch, 141 remains. Nice sniper rifle from Mark, switching it up. He's an engineer as the offense and a sniper on D, and he's just laying the hurt down to any of the incoming Axis now, charging across the tarmac. 1-3-1. Do not know if they've got enough time. Maybe if nothing stands in their way. 1-2-6. Here's the charge. Panzerfaust from Lynch takes down for all time Sadstein, the captain of DT. Incoming charge now to the garage, and Spike is there to lay the hurt down. Incoming Arachnid making revivals and taking down Spike. 111 remaining. We've got a DT push. Here comes Evildoer, the engineer. Evildoer is down, killed by G, but then revived and alive, looking good. Now standing strong, making the charge, heading up the ladder outside towards the comm tower, where he is engaged by 3 members of the NARF team and blown away in the field. 1 minute warning. 52 seconds remains. Take us home.
Basically, deathTouch had to be successful on that push. If they wanted to get anything done in this round, they were not able to do it. The engineer, Evildoer for the deathTouch team, walking straight into an ambush, climbs up the ladder, and is met by 3 members of NARF, all of whom are just out for his head. We have 31 seconds left on the clock now, and there are no sign of any of the Axis team on the communication tower. That is good enough for a game over, and NARF is going to go up 2 points to 0 on the second deathTouch team. They're in very, very good position to basically sweep them out of the tournament altogether, but we still have another couple of rounds to go at least, and this could go in either direction anyway. So 10 seconds to go now. We're just waiting for the clock to click down because there is no point. deathTouch cannot do it this round, and NARF is going to go up 2-0.
Well, we're in trash time now, and
Allies win.
The Allies win. You heard it here. Walking away now, 2-0 in favor of NARF. Back with more in a moment.
Battle on the Beachhead 2 is brought to you by NVIDIA. NVIDIA's GeForce FX solutions deliver cinematic quality effects, true 128-bit studio quality color, and industry-renowned software stability, compatibility, and reliability. With a GeForce FX GPU powering your desktop or mobile PC, you will have the most compelling and cinematic entertainment experiences ever seen. Graphics to the power of NVIDIA.
PsychoServers.com is your direct source for all your online gaming needs.
Offering one-stop shopping for high-quality game server rentals, web hosting, and voice communication hosting tailored for the needs of competitive gaming. PsychoServers specialize in assisting customers to attain a fierce presence on the online gaming community. They take the hassle out of getting the things you need, leaving more time for you to stomp out the competition. PsychoServers offer custom-tailored services, prices, and the support to fit your needs. They pride themselves on offering personal attention to you, the gamer, thus the online community as a whole. So just remember, www.psychoservers.com. Insane performance, crazy prices.
Well, what do you say? We wrap it up tonight and find out what DT can do now with the final chance. The Axis offense, DT have got to get something done, DA. And they've got to do it fast if they want to get back in the ballgame and advance to the next round of BoB 2. 9:22 on the clock. What has happened so far?
So far, NARF as the Allies team have come all the way across the tarmac and tried to basically head off the Axis at the pass, as they did last time round. Had some nice support fire thrown out there, taking down some of the Axis team, but in the end, they decided to just let it go, spawn back in as something else, and another nice couple of Panzerfaust as the Axis team has control of the forward deployment flag, but so far, no dynamite has been thrown on the hatch. Does not look like they are a fan of that strategy at all. Thinking it might be time for them to try something new because nothing seems to have worked for deathTouch so far, but still, they're just ignoring that gate hatch. Don't know what they have against it, but we've got Evildoer as the engineer making his way across the top now. Panzerfaust from Larch, you guys are taking down Arachnid and Samstein, long distance. Panzerfaust fire coming from LaRue, trying to maybe do some, trying to equal the damage to the NARF team, but no, it goes and it doesn't actually make contact with anybody. There's 8:20 left on the clock now as another Panzerfaust taking down LaRue, and actually it was a double kill because LaRue also takes out Lynch with a grenade, so always nice to see 8:08 on the clock, as deathTouch basically has to get this done or they are royally screwed.
Well, for the final time, likely, let's head into their war room. I want to hear what these guys have got planned. Once again, if you are just dialing in, it is the actual war room of DT and what's going down. Stand by. Radio silence.
Yeah, they're doing a medic. They're doing a medic.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Guys, rushing in the garage. Everyone rushing in the garage right now.
Little talk about a rush in the garage. We're all coming. 733, here come the Axis now. Here's the rush. Stand by.
Hurry up. Let's spawning in 6 seconds.
Spawning in 6. Here's the charge. Incoming! Nice revivals being made. Axis brace the warehouse door. Stand by.
We should do what they did at the start there. Med.
Oh. Hold on, grenade.
Yo, kill a medic in front of the door, revive, and then rush, guys.
Flat, we hard forward.
Well, there you got the strats. You've got the rundown. That is from the war room now. Looks like they're discussing the strats. It looks like their chosen tactics may have fallen apart slightly against the just dire opposition of the NARF roster. 652. We're now back in the game. TSN Warwitch on the mic with DA of Destruction and Juno, TSN, your cameraman. Here comes DT now. We've got several members now trying to scourge the Allied spawn point. Here comes Lynch NARF. NARF out, opens fire. No, decides not to unleash the Panzer and puts back the Dragon. Pulls out the pistol now. Waiting now. We got some machine gun fire and some artillery strikes up here on the rampart side. Looking here at the defense, we've got War Crime NARF Lieutenant over here by that cubbyhole that leads down to the Allied garage from that hand-over-hand ladder. Very little defense around the actual tower at the moment. Let's take a look here in the garage where it looks like, DA, we've got the majority of the Allies set up in position, anticipating a DT rush. Some grenades exploding outside of the doorway. You've been in game, you've been in server. What's going down now?
I've actually been hanging out inside the warehouse as Spike, Dudgy, and Mark all have a very, very good defense set up inside the warehouse. There's pretty much very little hope that NARF would be able to, that deathTouch would be able to get through the door because this is being guarded on all sides. We actually have 4 members of the Allies team inside the warehouse right now. 1 guy on the spiral, 2 guys on the boxes, and 1 in the radio room off to the side. Between the 4 of these guys, I think that basically a miracle would be needed in order for deathTouch to get through. But still, stranger things have happened. 5:33 is left on the clock now. Communication tower is basically naked except for War Crime. He is a lieutenant sitting on top of the ladder now, making sure nobody gets through, no one manages to sneak through around the side. And just the damage being dealt out by the NARF team is just incredible, as basically deathTouch is struggling like you would not believe. They're suffering like G did in order to get through, not having much luck. Here comes Random. He is a soldier making his way across the top part of the wall. And he is apparently, it looks like a sniper, takes a shot, doesn't manage to make contact with anybody, falls to the ground. He's now beside the Allies spawn, going up the ladder, as he's also joined by Samstein, his lieutenant, making his way out of the Allies spawn now, up the side ladder, hoping to maybe get a drop on some of those Allies that are in his way, but you know what, that is not going to happen. Taken down by MP40 fire from War Crime from his perch on top of the ladder. 4:40 left on the clock, and so far, the communication tower has not been touched by any Axis body yet.
Well, here comes the incoming rush. The next rush of DT now across the tarmac. Incoming charge towards the garage. Not going to change it up first to open the door. DT Sandstein waiting now. Here comes his team. Uh-oh, grenade on the other side waiting now. And taken down by a Panzerfaust. Waits a little bit too long and feels the hurt on the backside as he is blown away by Lynch, who takes him out in the field. Lynch has been a one-man army, as anticipated by DT. I have watched this guy use every weapon in the book to single-handedly ambush the entire Axis team on the tarmac. He'll open fire with the Panzer, then he'll hide behind a crate, throw a couple grenades at the backs of the incoming DT members, and then as they close in on him, he'll tick away a grenade in his hand and suicide, taking down the remaining members of deathTouch, a one-man army. The rest of the NARF team simply have to clean up the flotsam and jetsam that is left of the DT incoming, as here's another push now across the tarmac. They cannot get past the 50-yard line, making a charge every time, but NARF is just too strong. DT a little demoralized, but DT determined to get something done, charging forward again now towards the Allied garage. Random first into the breach, machine gun fire. Here comes Flatline, charging forward. Flatline down by Rev 1316. 1316 is down. It looks like Rev 1316's Thompson takes down half the members of the incoming DT roster, and NARF is in control of the Allied garage, looking strong with a 4-man D down here at 3:01 on the clock. We are now in round 3, set number 1 tonight, and if DT can't get something done, NARF at the flat times of 4:35 and then 3:41 are clearly going to walk out of this a 3-0 victory. Back to you.
that is definitely looking like the way it's going to play out tonight. Excellent job by Crossfire. The Crossfire that NARF has set up here is basically cutting the incoming Axis team to shreds. There is no hope for them to get through. We still have a couple of them alive inside the Allies' garage right now, but making the revivals, and there we go. It looks like for the first time they've actually managed to get the drop on the Allies team, but we still have a couple of guys alive as their medics come in and save the day. We've got Samstein, he is a lieutenant, trying to take out Mark, but it's not working. But here we go, Evildoer is making his way up the spiral. He's still alive and deciding to basically try and take out a couple of the Allies from behind, but that was probably a mistake because someone got the drop on him, took a couple shots to the back, but he's actually still alive. So good play by the deathTouch team. They are on top of the tower right now. 1:57 left on the clock, and pretty much the path is clear. Here we go, the Allies are on top, and a grenade from NARF taking down a couple members, but Engineer is still alive. Here we go, we've got a green light for the first time. For the first time, we've got deathTouch with a green light on top of the tower right now, but no! 316. Yeah, Thompson fire coming from across the hill takes down the Engineer. He was so close to the Engineer. Dynamite just fading away into nothing now. 1:30 left on the clock. The closest that deathTouch has ever come to actually getting a plant on top of this tower. Unsuccessful. Shut out by Rav 1316, hiding on top of that hill now. Camouflage coming in handy for him as he manages to take out the deathTouch Engineer. Excellent, excellent play. And here comes DT trying one more time. They've got about another... They've got enough time for about one more push, and after that it is going to be game over.
1 minute warning. I'll take you home now, soldiers and soldats. Here come DT. Heart-breaking play for DT Evildoer. Green light, nearly had that dynamite planted, but denied by Rev 1316. 50 seconds remain. NARF around 1-7, unable the entire game to get anything done on the comm tower. That's the closest they have gotten here tonight. Incoming charge right here to the garage is shut down. 36 seconds remains, and all hopes for DT are now beginning to fade. Lynch commits suicide. 30-second warning. Trouble times for dT2 here tonight, as NARF is going to have the entire time on the clock to get something done, but the game is not over. If DT can hold them off, the game will continue to round number 4. We're in garbage time now, 15-second countdown, DA. We'll be talking about the stats here in just a moment. 11-second countdown underway. Quick rundown on the rosters. NARF, the G, Rev 1316, Warcrime, Spike, Mark, and Lynch versus DT Evildoer, Flatline Random, Samstein, Arachnid, and LaRue, and the Allies win that one. No time set for DT.
Second time in a row they've been shut out for the complete 10-minute. Score is currently 2 for NARF and 0 for deathTouch. deathTouch basically has to hold off NARF for the full 10 minutes. If they can do that, then they're still alive. If they can't, even if NARF gets a plant of like 9:59, they're going to lose. It'll be 3-0 for NARF. And basically, based on the times that they've had so far, 4:35 the first round, followed by a 3:41 after that, NARF has a very, very good chance of getting in here and basically sweeping deathTouch 2, going with a 3-0 score. But like we said, we still have 10 minutes at least to see if that is going to happen or not. Waiting on 6 players now, about to begin round number 2 of set number 3. deathTouch versus NARF for this Week 3 BoB 2 matchup. RTCW, TSN, Warwitch, and the DA of Destruction. That would be me as the round is about to begin.
That's right. TSN tonight. Hope you're enjoying TVSN. Waiting on one player. Stand by.
You're listening to the Team Sportscast Network. Your war correspondents for the upcoming battle on the Beachhead 2. Stay tuned to TSN for more details.
Alright, kiddies, it all comes down to this. If by a miracle, an act of God, GT are able to hold off NARF, which they've got the power to do. These guys have got the skill. They just need to mobilize. If they can do it this round, the game goes on. If not, 3-0 in favor of DT. You know, I'm in the mood. I'm feeling frisky. Let's try it one more time.
Alright, guys, come on.
Inside the war room now.
We're going to play it in like 2 minutes, and then we're going to full hold them again, and we'll show this. Oh, man.
That's the determination of DT. Listen to that.
No, because you got to play it. I mean, twice.
This is not a discouraged
you guys
team.
better watch out. I mean, this is
Dude, if y'all get close and random boom,
913 Panzerfaust right there.
Oh.
DeeAy, you heard it here. That is a determined team. These guys, you heard it. We're going to plant, and we're going to hold them, and we're going to do it, and we're going to win. That's how DT feels. 902 already. DT dynamite plant on hatch and warehouse entrance. DT, or what am I talking about? NARF incoming. NARF, I'm just babbling at this point. DT saying we're going to hold these guys off. We're going to stop them. We're going to make the magic happen. NARF is just charging through as the Axis offense here. Nice Panzerfaust from Lynch yet again. Two-man Panzerfaust kill. DT2 better do something quick. 839, but like I said before, I got confused. The determination of DT2 is here. These guys plan to hold them off the entire time, but Axis already on the tower. We've got Mark in position. How did that happen? This is troubled times. Right now, there's the dynamite planet. 823. Could it be the nail in the coffin? Could it be game over? I think so. Oh no.
I was watching inside the Allies' garage as the Axis has come through NARF and his Panzerfaust taking down two men twice in a row. Just basically getting it, and there we go, he does it one more time. I don't know what is with this guy, but oh my god, Samstein and Random feeling the hurt from Lynch from Team NARF is Panzerfaust. Dynamite still planted on top of that tower. Absolutely incredible plant time. And there we go. Game is over. 2 minutes and 6 seconds. That is unbelievable. 2 minutes and 6 seconds.
Nightmarish NARF showing that these guys can dominate and kick ass with the best of them. My God almighty. What a game. NARF walks away a 3-0 victor. Tonight. Wow. Salutations, a big salute goes out to NARF, rocking our world. We'll be back to talk about it in just a moment. TSN. In the force that is heats up tonight. Wow. Bob 2, round 3 really heats up tonight, and DT go down to the omnipresent force that is NARF. Narcotics are fun. Victory! It's in the air as NARF advanced to round number 4. DeeAy, what a game. Good time.
That was an absolutely amazing game. Good games played by both teams, deathTouch and NARF. NARF just coming out on top, kicking all of the ass. And, but, you know, the game was well played by both teams. You have to definitely give deathTouch credit. They had some good strats, but just in the end, a little bit outskilled by the NARF team. NARF, of course, was the champions last time round for the Cal-Main Invite. Cal-Main Invite? That makes no sense. Cal-Main, they were the champions, so they knew they had a big battle cut out. They had a big battle ahead of them. They rose to the task, but just in the end were shut down 3-0 by the all-powerful NARF team. Should give a rundown of what just happened, because that was a very, very good game.
Well, hey, let's talk about round 1, set 1. DT on the offensive axis, unable to get anything done. That really set the momentum of the entire game, because NARF returned with a 4-minute and 35 time victory time of 1-0. All right, round 2, set number 1. NARF get a little bit faster, and at 3:41 are able to get a plant axis O. DT unable to beat that time, 2-0 NARF. Then round 3, set 1. DT unable, and NARF come back with what time? I didn't write it down. It was like 2 minutes, something crazy.
It was 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Absolutely insane. One of the fastest times I've actually seen on MP Assault. Excellent, excellent job. They just basically, they've got excellent strategies, excellent gameplay, and I mean, they seem to all just know what each other are doing, and that's enough to get the job done. They sweep deathTouch 2, 3-0 was the overall score. NARF is going on next week in BoB 2, week number 4, going on to play the winner of High Voltage versus Aftermath. That match is actually going on right now. It only started about half an hour ago. So, no score yet. Check the BoB 2 site, bob2.worldogl.com, to find out what's going to happen next week. We're starting to basically weed the teams out. By the end of tonight, we're going to have only 8 teams left.
You know, I've got to tell you here, if NARF whoever NARF faces is going to have a real challenge. I get the feeling it's going to be HV versus NARF, and High Voltage is going to have themselves a mighty challenge. NARF basically want to go all the way. We've got some great contenders remaining. DT or Affliction now versus Liquid. Locked on Target, standing by for the Dark Side LOT2 game. CK versus Team Z. I think we can really see how things are starting to flesh out.
Absolutely, just excellent matchups. And I mean, as we get closer and closer towards the final week of BoB 2, we're going to see just some amazing gameplay by these teams, and TSN is going to be there every step of the way to bring you all of the action.
Good stuff. Wild stuff. Let's take a look here and see what else is going on. Server number 3 tonight was brought to you by TSN Juno, who is your faithful cameraman. Juno, as always, good game. You had a good time, I'm sure.
I had a great time. It was awesome watching those guys once again. I was a bit surprised at deathTouch not being able to pull it through. NARF played a great game, though, and both teams doing really good. But I really thought it would be a lot closer than it turned out. But thanks again, guys, for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Juno, for being here. It's been exciting. Well, thank you all for dialing in. www.tsncentral.com. This recording and every recording you hear, always available in the download section. Normally takes about 24 hours or so for it to finally get uploaded and all that good stuff. Takes some time for us to get off our Axis booties and get things done around here. Big shout out to our strategic partners, Speakeasy DSL, the OGL, Psychoservers.com, Clan Bank, and all the listeners who make it possible. DA, it's been fun. It's been good. I've got a hot date. I do.
I have a hot date with the television. So thanks to everyone for tuning in. Definitely check out our website, www.tsncentral.com. All of your gaming needs. Tomorrow night we've got Epileptic Gaming coming up with DJ Wheat, Grayscale, and Nice Guy Ed, I believe. And that's always a good time. If you haven't checked it out before, definitely tune in. Those three guys are crazy. It's a bunch of goofy nerds talking about games. I don't see how it could possibly go wrong.
That's what I'm talking about. Good stuff. Well, for DA of Destruction, this is... and TSN Juno. This is TSN Warwitch saying good night and, good luck on the battlefield. See you soon.
Here are the Reichsender Hambush, Station Bremen, and Station DXB. This is the end of our news in English. In thanking you for your attention, I would remind you that our next transmission of news in English takes place at 9:15 Greenwich Mean Time, and will be given from the Reichsender Hambush, Station Bremen, and Station DXB. Presently, you will hear our usual Sunday evening service in Gaelic from the stations Hambush, Bremen, and DJA of the 31-meter band.